Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online. I'm the Big B82 and this is part 29 on my Discovery era Science Officer. We're about to undertake part 29 of my Let's Play, where we're going to go to the lower decks of Drozana Station to find out whereabouts their nest is. The eagle eye of those will know I've already done this mission, but it was a bit buggy. Or the stream was a bit buggy, so we're doing it again. So I'm going to rehowl for the mission and then we get the show on the road.
It's clear the Devidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they're in the neutral zone. Now we know they're on Drozana Station as well, and according to Samara, there have already been deaths there. In addition, she indicated that the lower levels of the station were a trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there, and they haven't been maintained for years, and Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put any effort into maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we don't really know what's down there. Zamara's code should get you access. Take a lift down and check it out. Previous Starfleet encounters with Devidians have indicated that they will create nests around the temporal portals they use, so keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find the portal, we'll know where and when the Devidians are feeding. Oh, and I expect it to be messy down there. Don't forget to take an emergency peek.
Accept. Don't really want to redo this mission, but I've got to. So I've just got to re-equip my proton synchronic proton disruptor. Right, let's head to the lower decks. Shall I crack out my captain's log as well? So captain's log, Stardate 86350.24. The Deviants are present on Drozana Station. We have to investigate the lower decks to find their nest. Hopefully we don't have any issues today. Really don't want to redo this mission again. As much as I like this mission and how spooky this mission is, I really don't want it. I mean, done it and I had to pause halfway through because of a damn spider, and then this one I had to break it down to 2 fucking parts. Oh. Been one of those pissing days. Anyway, enough about my whinging. Let's get this show on the road. So, I'm reading temporal fluctuations and trilogue energy in these levels of the station. Staying down here too long could be hazardous. The interference also might make it difficult to contact the ship or to get a transporter lock if we need an emergency beam out. This level primarily contains power junctions and EPS conduits for the rooms above us. We need to reach the maintenance lift and take that down to the computer core. This box of emergency supplies isn't just lying around. Belen probably bartered with a Nautican pirate for it. Recognise these flashlight drones. Hands-free hover systems and programmed to shift in response to your movement. Not the most reliable design though. Triadic waves. There must be Devidians nearby. I expect that we could see more as we approach the area with the greatest concentration of triadic energy. So I'm also picking up some intermediate readings from behind the door to the left. However, interference from the triadic waves are making it hard to get accurate scans at this distance. This Ferengi suffered from triadic energy poisoning. It seems that he has been here for a while, so Even if the Devidians couldn't use his neural energy, it's still dangerous to be too close to the nest. There's nothing we can do for him now. Due to the temporal flux and disrupting the transporters, we can't even beam the body out. Once we get out of here, we can notify the station security. Tough break, eh? Ferengi desiccate, sell their remains, so. Captain, it appears that the maintenance levels are suffering from intermediate power problems. The EPS conduits are probably overloaded due to the temporal fluctuations. Excuse me. This station's pretty old, sir, and many of these components are more than a century old. I'm seeing triadic surges near the maintenance lift and across multiple levels, but nothing that can be consistently tracked. With the way we came. Looks like this door is stuck, sir. We have to find another way around. One of the side maintenance passages should have an alternative route. You bastard. Quite a way of stuff, Tetris. That way. Tell me what to do, Lieutenant. The Devidians are definitely getting more aggressive. They could have a lair somewhere in the lower levels. If they do, they'll become increasingly more violent as we get closer to their territory. The synchrotronic proton rifle should have sufficient effect against the Deviants. The proton beam mode will especially effective while the Deviants are phase shifted. Thank you for that information, Commander. Someone's put the lift on an emergency lockdown. While we'll have to override the lockdown code to access it. I should do it. I wonder why someone would lock down the lift in the first place. This isn't computer core level. So it appears that the lift is stuck. We're somewhere on the maintenance level for environmental controls and waste recycling. We'll need to track down the damaged junctions on this floor and repair or bypass them before we can take the lift into the computer core level. Captain, the door, we're locked in. Someone's locked the door with an encryption key. It looks like the key itself is a killer quad long. So we don't have to. If we don't find that key, we could be stuck here for a long time. Contact the ship. Are you there, Captain? Your signal is. There's too much interference, so it looks like we're on our own.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs, though. Particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. Balan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and vermilion sandpeas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
Maybe like that, are you jackasses? Come on, Ian. Stop slacking.
Hello? Is someone out there? Please, help me.
That voice is coming from the communication console on the wall, Captain.
Hello? Is someone there?
Who is this?
Please, you have to help me. I came down here to check on one of the atmosphere regulators. Then someone shot me.
Who shot you?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look. He was so fast. Please, you have to find a way to open this door and get me out of here.
I'm activating the manual override. Try to reach this release lever.
Oh, Prophet, no. He's back. No.
Multiple phaser burns and contusions. Sir, this woman was murdered. The wounds are still warm. She was killed just a few seconds ago. There are no other exits or entrances into this room, and transporters are offline. How could she be killed if she was alone in a locked room? Oh, we know.
Log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on environment controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect that the low-level radiation I've detected on these decks has affected the station inhabitants, and that some are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so that they don't interfere when I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work here will take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift, so no one will come down here without me knowing about it. I found several program errors that have purged the affected subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon, everything will be under control.
Okay, he doesn't sound like a very nice person.
Enemy target on sensor.
Barnikin, I see you. Barnikin, Barnikin, what will you do?
These nodes have been controlled remotely. It wouldn't be safe for someone to stand near them and activate them. Captain, if you remember your wave interface from the Academy, you might be able to jam the remote signal. Nah. He just vanished.
Dress all in red. Barnikin, Barnikin, soon you'll be dead.
Okay. He's a bit mad. Malfunction homogram. No wonder. The Triadic energy would have degraded this program and caused instability. And the Deviants didn't bother it because it had no neural energy for them to feed upon. So it looks like the encryption key for the door might correspond to the subroutine embedded in the hologram's mobile emitter. We should be able to use it to open the door. Mobile emitters are still rare outside of Starfleet, Captain. The staff here must have spent quite a lot of Latinum to obtain one. If you ask me, Belen might be selling more than drinks and Dabo. It would be best if someone keeps an eye on him. But I have a feeling Franklin Drake is doing just that. Even though I've done this mission already, it still spooks the fuck out of me. Particularly that bit. This is it. We made it to the computer core level. On this station, the core itself is down a ramp area, past some regulator rooms. We should head there as quickly as possible. Another locked door. This one doesn't seem to have any special codes. We should be able to open it from the secondary security console just down the hallway. That should do it. We need to double back to the secure door as we saw earlier in the hallway. Aye aye, Captain Scoobin. There's 2 exits from this room. This person is from the 21st century. The Deviants must bring in their victims through time. We have to stop them before they're responsible for other deaths. This could disrupt the timeline. I don't think the Deviants give a rat's arse about the timeline, Ian. This appears to be a regulator room for the computer core's power system. The Deviants are probably leeching power from the station to keep their gate active. We could use this console to set up a power spike that we could trigger near the computer core, which might disrupt the Deviants and their gate. This looks like the field control station for the lower levels of the station. We could set up a field systems here so we can activate them in the computer core and counteract the Deviants' phasing abilities. This would push them out of sync with our universe. Right. Time to kick some ass. So the Deviants time portal heads back to the 23rd century. There's no telling how much trouble the Deviants may be causing in the past, where the technology to detect them just doesn't exist. Once we get the readings, we should take them back to Deep Space K7. Their computer facilities are far more extensive than what we have on the Galileo, and they might be able to find a way to shut down the portal. The distortion from the portal is intense here, and it's difficult to process all this information. We should at least be able to compensate enough to beam out though. We need to take this information back to the nearest Starbase K7 for analysis. Their computers are powerful enough to process it. Okay, let's beam out. Love the fact he has no confidence in our science-based vessel. Chief Medical Officers, what can you do? My ship is designed to investigate scientific anomalies. But yeah.
Welcome to Drozana. You're clear.
K7's not far away anyway. The former hunting ground of PvP players. But the call of PvP is long since dead from this station. As is Icheb. Removed from Star Trek canon because of bitterness of the arsehole chief story writer. Executive producer. But I'm not going to rant about that because Picard sucks. So does Discovery. I don't see any activity in this fucking system. Naomi Wildman is the commanding officer here. We've probably already covered that. Alright, somebody's come over here to analyse the scan data. Speaking to Captain Calhoun. Preliminary analysis. Temporal incursion consistent with Devidian time portal technology. Approximately the date Stardate 2715.6 Earth Standard Year 2265. The Deviant portal is based on a phase-shifted tachyon spin supported by a draw from the Drozana Station power supply. Can the portal be safely closed or used? Portal suffers from instability due to the quantum particle entanglement with the phase-shifted particles. Portal can be enlarged or accessed from a modulated directed energy when the phase shift entangled matter reaches critical point. So, This means that when the Tronic energy surges peak, we could modulate an energy weapon, even a hand phaser, to use a portal and travel back in time. We could stop the Devidians at the source. Let's speak with Franklin Drake. Again.
Now that we know the Devidians have a portal to the past and approximately where they are focusing their attention, I see no other choice than to send you and your crew back there to stop them before they kill again. I'll be honest, time travel is a tool. At times, it is a useful one. I know Starfleet has hundreds of regulations about temporal incursions, but my job is to preserve the Federation, not make Admiral Quinn and the rest of the suits at Starfleet Command happy. If we break a few rules along the way, so be it. I need to make some preparations before you can proceed. I will contact you when the time is right. Drake out.
Choose our reward, and we're going to get Tronic in pattern.
Until next time.
I can't have it, so... Anyway, thus is the end of our adventures here, finally. And it's the end of part 29. When we return in part 30, we'll be doing our first incursion back to 2265.
Now that we know the Devidians have a portal to the past, I expect you to be efficient and discreet. Don't disappoint. Now that we know the Devidians have a portal to the past, until next time.
Complete mission. Resolve the mission. So, when we return in part 30, we'll be going back to everything old is new, and that will be the next mission on the Big 82. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up. Until we meet again, ciao for now.